Hi guys, it's Casey here at Colonial Gardens, an independent garden center in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. I am out in our woods in late October after a little rainstorm, checking out what gifts nature left us. And since we were last in our woods, there are a lot more leaves on the ground. So I thought it'd be a good opportunity to talk a little bit about garden cleanup in the fall and some of the do's and don'ts that you want to look for if you're trying to protect wildlife and improve your garden health. So on the ground in front of me, there's lots of maple, oak, and black walnut leaves that have fallen down. We're going to have more windstorms tomorrow, so it'll probably get even thicker. And if you live in an HOA or if you're used to traditional gardening methods, you might be assigning your teenagers the job of raking up all of the leaves in the backyard. But there are some benefits to having leaves on the ground I want to share with you guys, especially if you're looking for a reason to be a little bit lazier this fall. So we're in the woods right now. We're in a semi-natural ecosystem. There's certainly a lot of planted areas, but we also have lots of trees growing up. And this is nature's mulch. So in the fall, when the trees drop their leaves, these leaves are going to slowly decompose into the soil, giving the plants below nutrients to be able to come up the next spring. But it also serves another really important function, which is this is a overwintering habitat for dozens of species of insects like butterflies and moths, lots of ground nesting bees, and even some local small mammals and reptiles. So this layer of leaves is going to provide camouflage and much warmer cover than bare ground does. So for example, swallowtail butterflies, their chrysalises at this point are going into diapause. So that means that they are paused on any of their development. They're going to wait for it to be warmer again, and they are camouflaged as leaves. So they're going to be hiding in the leaf litter. Stick bugs are going to drop their eggs into the leaf litter, a great place for them to overwinter. And the leaf litter is going to provide them some protection from the freezing. Another animal, the native box turtle here on the east coast of the United States, they often overwinter in areas where they can find piles of leaves. What scientists have found for box turtles, for example, is that when they have their shells exposed to the bare air versus when they bury themselves down and they are covered either in a layer of snow or a layer of leaves, those snowy conditions or the leaves are going to give them an extra layer of insulation, which gives them a better chance at surviving really deep freezes over the winter time. So when we leave the leaves where they're at, we are providing lots of cover for animals that you don't see right now. Like you're not going to search through the leaves and be able to find the animals I'm talking about. They are well hidden and well covered, and this is going to help them survive the really cold winter months if they haven't migrated out of the area. So we're in an area of our gardens that we're not going to be able to leave the leaves exactly where they are, and that's okay. We're going to end up raking them or leaf blowing them with our electric leaf blower because we use electric tools here at Colonial to help lower our carbon footprint. We're going to get them off the pathway because our guests will be going through here and put them into our beds. This is going to still provide those animals their leaf cover, and it also is going to provide nutrients for our beds as well. As people plant this time of year, we actually recommend that they apply a layer of mulch to the area. So we sell bulk and bagged wood chipped mulch, which basically is using the same function or providing the same function as the leaves naturally do in the forest. So if you want to be a little bit lazy, even if you have to uncover your lawn, or if you have too thick of leaf cover where it's not going to decompose properly or maybe poses a hazard for your dog or your kid, you can sweep it into your garden beds and provide that insulation, not just for those animals, but also for the roots of your plants. It's going to help more sensitive plants successfully overwinter, and it's going to help things like moisture retention, and even extend the growing season by providing longer periods where the soil is not completely frozen. So you don't even have to buy mulch. You can just use what nature's providing you to help mulch in those plants as well. The one thing that you want to avoid if you are looking to provide that full wildlife benefit is mulching your leaves with a lawnmower. So while this may be still beneficial for your garden beds and providing those nutrients over time, it is going to increase the mortality of the animals that are hiding in that leaf litter. So the best thing you can do is, if you can't leave them where they're at, you can move the leaves into your garden beds around the bases of trees, helping protect your plants over the winter, help protect those animals, resist the garden cleanup urge, and make sure that you're not mulching those leaves with the mower. keep them intact when you're moving them to the next space. And this is going to help us both garden for ourselves, but also garden for nature, help with lots of essential pollination, and just help our wildlife have a little bit more habitat even in our backyards. So thanks for watching, guys. We're gonna probably start cleaning up these leaves after our next rainstorm, and we'll show you the updates of what our fairy garden looks like a little bit closer to when we're opening for our light show. You can see what we've done with our leaves. Thanks.